Hello, I'm Steve Goad with the Business Development Center at ODU. We're on the road to success. I have the honor of being able to interview Miss Monique McWhite, who is the director of the Business Center at ODU. Hello, Monique. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, Steve?
Again, we're still talking about, it's been a rough start this morning, but what we'll do is, like every Monday morning, I'll take this opportunity as what is the Business Development Center at ODU?
Mhm. Yeah, the Business Development Center is a group of business consultants that kind of take the mystery out of getting some assistance, getting help. Our tagline is don't have time for training, need answers now. So basically, we help businesses that are in Virginia, entrepreneurs that reside in Virginia, or a business that is located in Virginia. The caveat is they need to register. That's part of the grant requirement. And we're here to assist with the various types of things a business may need. For example, since we help startups, startups need help with having some assistance with how do I get going? What do I need to start? I may have a product or a service to sell, but I just need some help in maybe getting my business off the ground by inner office structure. I mean, I might need QuickBooks. We connect people, businesses with the proper resources. Plus, we can help as well. So, if somebody's a nascent and they're new to the business world, we can answer their questions. Along with on the same note, you may be in business for many years, but just need a question answered. A question answered, so you can give us a call, text us, or email, maybe do a Zoom call. But basically, we don't focus in on training per se. We are business consultants with expertise in e-commerce, retail, product assessment, needs assessment, marketing, public and private sector.
So again, what I'm getting at, when people think of universities, they normally think of, signing up for a 12-week class. So what I'm getting from what you're saying there, you're not a group that necessarily would do, not that you couldn't do training, but you don't do training. You actually are on the phone answering those questions, providing those resources and I'll use the word timely, in a timely manner to wherever a business is in the spectrum.
Exactly. We don't focus in on doing the training. There are a dime a dozen. You can get that online. Most people don't have time in their day because they're working. Maybe they have another job and they're trying to get their business off the ground. Maybe they have a family. There's a lot of things that go into play. If they register with us, and once we get the notification, we'll send an email saying, thank you, we've got your email. We recognize that you registered. We will get back to you in a timely manner so we can call you, we'll call you, figure out what's going on, do a needs assessment, answer your questions. So that way you can get the information you need to move forward. But if it's not a specific question, you just need help in general, then what we tend to do is do a needs assessment. Figure out where you are, what you've done, where you think you need to be, then really where we think the possibility for you to go and what you need to do. Maybe it's marketing. Maybe you don't have a website. We shake that out. We sift that out rather, and figure out what the next steps are for you to go and generate some income. So we don't focus primarily on the training. We focus in on the business consulting.
All right, so it's more business mentoring and coaching. Is there any sort of charge for this service?
No, it's no cost because you do pay taxes. This is a grant, and we provide the service now at no charge at all for a client. You just register, fill out the questions that we're obligated to ask, and those are just typical questions that any SBA or SBDC would ask you. it's a standard SBA form, and we go from there.
I see we have a visitor who's joined us.
Mittens.
Yeah, the world of Zoom, as they say, we're still working remotely out of offices still, which is great. The there is no charge. And now
Right.
there are other resources in the area that provide help and assistance. What
Mhm.
makes the Business Development Center a little different? Or is it
Well,
different?
okay, it is different because we have 4 dedicated full-time employees that have a vast array of experience and many years of experience. Not that others do not, but we focus in on a timely manner of responding and answering your questions. And there's really not a lead time for us to get back to you. In other words, you don't have to set up an appointment for 2 weeks in advance. If
Mm.
there's a quick question that you need answered in reasonable amount of time, we will get back with you. We also do like to connect businesses with other resources, expose them to other people that may be able to help in our conversations. For instance, if you're a business and you are setting up your office and you need accounting, well, we can set you up with other friends of ours, resources that are out there that are of no charge that could help you, possibly with QuickBooks, or guide you to a class. For instance, Women's Business Center is a sister program with us. They do provide that service. So what we do is we really listen, and we want to make sure that we use the best use of our time and resources and guide you to the free resources that are out there that the business may not be aware of.
Yeah, the people that you have, including you have on staff, what are their backgrounds? Because there's many people that say, well, this sounds like someone that just got out of college and now is a counselor. Again, okay, it's just sometimes, even though they have all the academics, they've got the training, they've done extremely well. They just sometimes lack experience.
Mhm.
What kind of counselors do you have in the program?
Oh, sure. We have you. You have been around for a long time, and you're
Yeah,
very
unfortunately. Yeah,
bright.
unfortunately.
You have a array of experience to bring to the table, and you're a wonderful connector. You understand what people need, and you're the connector.
Okay.
You listen to people and you guide them, and you tell them you need to go talk to this person. You're a good networker.
Okay.
You're very humble too. And there's also Ben Solomonsky, who is the retail guy. He knows everything inside and out for retail and e-commerce. He's a business owner, and he has a lot of experience in excess of several decades worth. Lisa Parks, who is a gem, she is all things procurement with the government. She knows many things about the Commonwealth of Virginia and the federal government, and she's the expert on certifications. I come from a background since 1998 of working on government contracts and government contracting. And I'm a business owner, and I've had several businesses, and a couple of them I still managing to keep going, and you're always learning. So we have that experience to bring to the table and to share with other people that need help. So we share clients and refer amongst ourselves just because we listen, and we want to make sure that you, Mr. or Mrs. Business Owner, get what you need from us.
Yeah, and I understand it's not limited to like IT companies. It could be retail. And
Oh,
if you
sure.
notice in the back of Monique, you kind of get a hint that she is an artist. So I know that her and Mr. Salmowski are working on programs for artists, so they're not starving. And so it's art, and then I say, but you can handle government contracting. You cover
Mhm.
all sorts of IT, government contracting. I'm basically trying to think of a business that you can't help, but I can't think of one right off the top of my head, or at least refer them to somebody.
Well, wait, that's where market research comes in. And you have to listen to what a business has to offer, a product or service. Then, if it is the public sector and you want to do government contracting, it's a matter of looking at the historical data, seeing who's buying what you're selling. If it makes sense for you to do that, then, pick 3 or 4 of those agencies and get into system of award management and get a capability statement. Find out what your NAICS codes are, those commodity codes are, then start marketing to those agencies, getting in front of them with get a capabilities briefing. That is something where you're getting face to face with the government, the small business office, so you can explain what it is I do. How do I, or you as a small business, what do you do? What's your value? And that's how we do help with that, how to express to someone what it is you do. Not the set asides, those are great, those come into play if needed, but basically what it is you have to offer. How do you solve the problem?
Yeah, so
And then
it's for not only businesses that may want to go into government contracting, but you don't necessarily have to, because I think what you mentioned was like retail. We can
oh yeah.
retail operate commercialization. We're working currently with people that are doing cleaning services.
Mhm.
Another one that was a fascinating one is a gentleman I just interviewed, in the series of, and you'll see that with Tar Heel, which is actually doing a shuttle service for people out in Danville, rural. So we're not limited to metropolitan area. We've got it's the entire Commonwealth of Virginia.
It's the entire Commonwealth of Virginia.
At no
Yeah.
charge.
At no charge at all. It's yes, you pay taxes. This is a no cost service, and I say no cost is because it's not free. Really, nothing is free. There's always a cost to something, but there's no cost out of pocket for the business.
Yeah, I think it's the cost of time. In other words, take the time, pick up the phone. Now, if someone was interested in finding out a little bit more about the Business Development Center at ODU, how would they go about doing that?
Sure. All you would have to do is go to our website. If you just go onto the ODU, Old Dominion University website, and just type in Business Development Center, our page will come up, and there is an intake form that you would just click on that.
And I'll put that information on the video. But thank you, Monique, for taking the time to chat with us. And again, this is Steve Goad on the road to success with the Business Development Center at ODU.
All right. Thank you.